Timing solution roadmap part number 3. Spectrum and math-based cycles. You see outline, this is outline of this video, and this is big video because here I have covered very different subjects. Because for different financial instruments, for different data sets, we need to apply totally different cyclical techniques. Cyclical modules in timing solution. So firstly, I will explain you how to use visual cyclical analysis. Actually, you can apply visual cyclical analysis for any data. For intraday charts, for daily charts, for monthly charts, for economical data sets, for everything. Then I will show you how to work with economical cycles. After that, working with swing traded cycles. This is, I believe, the most complicated question, how to work with swing traded cycles. Then I will show you some notes about intraday chart and some notes about inverted cycles. Let's start. Visual cyclical analysis. You see, very often you can conduct very sufficient cyclical analysis using very simple charting tools. Let me show you. I will show you. I have found this example. This is Bitcoin in 2024, and you see, I see by my eyes that some cyclical pattern presents here. So you need only your eyes. You see that some cyclical pattern presents here, and now we will conduct further analysis. So in order to do this analysis, I recommend these charting tools. They are here, located here, wave button. And as a first step, let's run equidistant line charting tool. Okay, I click this button and drag mouse cursor from here to here. Just see they have patterns repeats. Maybe here it is. I don't know. Yeah, this is just first step. Yeah. Maybe this works, by the way. Yeah, you see it catches this. Yeah, this is first step. The next step I recommend to do. This is just sec wave. There is charting tool, harmonic wave. Harmonic wave. Here it is. I just drag mouse cursor and I will see. I simply draw a sinus wave. No, it's not good. Maybe here it is. Okay, yeah, it looks like, yeah. And what else? You can apply here different harmonics here. First harmonic, you see. Third harmonic, and so on. Okay. So this is harmonic wave charting tool. Another charting tool I recommend. This is one wave Fourier string charting tool. I click here and you see while I drag mouse cursor from one anchor to another, the program calculates Fourier dataset based on period that equal distance between two anchors. Look at this. I drag mouse cursor from here to here, and you see program use the period, the length of this period. Here it is from here to here, and you are using this period. Program calculates projection line and automatically adjusts it for your price history. Okay. So this is Fourier string charting tool. You can play with different parameters. Here you can increase amount of overtones to get more detailed projection line. So very interesting charting tool. Another charting tool, just sec. This is just sec. I will remove this charting tool, and now I run fast Fourier analysis. You see, this actually. This charting tools conducts very sophisticated math work. It calculates periodogram for this financial instrument, extract cycles, and calculates projection line based on the cycles. Okay, let's try this first charting tools, short term analysis. Okay, you see, and now I drag mouse cursor from here to further. You see, while I drag the mouse cursor, program automatically calculates periodogram. You see in this yellow windows, you see this is a real periodogram. This is a Fourier transform. You see program, oh, sorry, you see program calculates it very fast, and you see program has found that some period cycle with period 66 days, it looks like this cycle works on this interval from this point to this point. And look at this, this is periodogram. We can use this periodogram standard ways. For example, I want to add one more cycle. You see, I click this peak, standard procedure. This is cycle with period 33 days. By the way, maybe this is harmonic of this cycle, 66, 33. And how projection line looks now. Yeah, it's interesting chart tools. You see, this is full-scale cyclical analysis. Okay, what else I would recommend to you? Now I would like to show you another group of charting tools that allow to verify, to check any theory. Suppose somebody says that for some financial instrument, let's say it will be Bitcoin, some cycles work. For example, combination of 57 and 17-day cycles. This is just an example, not trading advice, of course. So, how to verify this theory? Wave, and here choose this harmonic string charting tool. Okay, and now I will type the period of cycles I would like to analyze. 57 and 17-day cycle. Good, 57, 17. And now I will drag the mouse cursor, and you see the program will calculate projection line based on superposition of these cycles. 57 and 17-day cycles, you see. And to calculate this projection line, program will use price history between these two anchors, this one and this one. You see, while I drag the mouse cursor, the projection line changes as well. Next example, suppose somebody says another theory that for this financial instrument, some period, Venus, moon phases work. Moon phases, moon synodic cycle. So to verify the theory, you can need to click here, and now choose, you see moon phase string. Moon phase string, okay, click here, and I will drag the mouse cursor, and shows how moon phase cycle work or does not work here. In this case, it seems to me this theory does not work. Moon phase does not work here. You can play with amount of overtones and so on. So this way you can check any theory. Now let me show you a very simple example. You see, now we apply cyclical analysis for economical data set for inflation, for sticky consumer price index. You see, the trick is we apply actually three different techniques here. Firstly, we apply cyclical analysis itself, or harmonic analysis. Second, we apply fundamental analysis. This is special fundamental analysis, not classical, but I will show you. We apply a cyclical fundamental analysis, and also we apply walk-forward analysis, classical walk-forward analysis, to understand how our cycles forecast future. These results of these three analyses should meet together. Okay. I have download, look at this, I have download here, this is sticky consumer price index, I have downloaded from Fred, monthly data, and now firstly look at this data. at this data set. You see, this is not trending data. This is not like Dow Jones. There are no trend here. So we need, firstly, we need to point the program that this is not trend data. In order to do that, you need to click this button. You see button target. Here it is. Target, and you see there are different options here with explanation. Relative price oscillator, we apply it for Dow Jones, for price chart like that. Rate of change we apply usually for very exponential data like GDP. And for our case, we need just close itself. Close itself we apply, by the way, for unemployment rate. It just changes. There are not some trend here. So we apply as target, we apply close. Okay. Now I close this window, and now you see the program shows that as a target we will use close. We apply cyclical analysis directly for sticky consumer price index. Okay, good. Next step, I click spectrum model, and now I recommend to do this. You see we have a number of different templates for different needs. Remember this, look at this button, here it is. Click this button and you will get the list of templates, different settings for spectrum model, test spectrum model. And you see first options here, this is this one, economical cycles. We apply here Bartels-Tarasov spectrum, this is the best one. But if we have not enough price history, we can apply another spectrum, classical spectrum. This is discrete Fourier transform. This spectrum needs less price history. But we have enough price history, so we can apply this template. So I click this button and program will set necessary parameters here. The most important parameter, this one, permanent Bartels. So permanent, it means that we are looking the cycles that work a long period. This is not temporary cycles. This is long living cycles. Okay, and now I click calculate. So this is actually cyclical analysis. Cyclical analysis, this is a periodogram. It shows you the highest, the most important cycles. The most important cycles here for sure, this is this cycle, this one. But 5 point something years cycle. But also this is actually cyclical analysis, highest peak corresponds the most important cycle. But besides that, look at these red stripes. You see, while you move the mouse cursor, the program highlight this zone. You see, this is fundamental cycles. Fundamental cycles, and while you move the mouse cursor, you see the program shows here. What is that? This is 5.5 years cycle. This is important fundamental cycle. Or this cycle, this is kitchen inventory cycle. Here it is. Just a second. 40-month cycle. Actually, kitchen inventory cycles, it can be maybe 40-month cycle, 42-month cycle, so it changes. So this is a cycle, highest one, coincides with 5.5 years cycle. This is a half of sunspot activity cycle, and we will use this cycle. Now I move the mouse cursor to the peak here, to this peak, and make mouse click. You see this cycle is here now. Here it is. And look at this chart, at this colored chart. You see most bars here are red, and this is very good, because this is another analysis. This is walk forward analysis. It shows how this cycle forecast future. You see red, it means that correlation between projection line and price positive, and brighter bar, the high correlation. By the way, you can highlight this cycle and click this button, WFA. And you see just a sec, I drag this window here. It shows how this cycle works. You see it shows correlation between black, this is our consumer price, sticky consumer price index, and lime, this is projection line. By the way, this is non-future leaks technology. To calculate this projection line, for example, projection line since just a sec, 2020, we do not use price history after 2020. And you see forecast very well. Not good here. Here it worked. This cycle worked. Here it worked as well. So you need to pay attention to cycles that have where walk forward analysis chart shows max amount of red bars. So this cycle is good. Walk forward analysis is good. So now, as you see, three criteria meet together. The highest peak coincides with importance fundamental cycle, and walk forward analysis is good. And now in the main screen you can see how this cycle works in time. So this is 5.3 years cycle. It works in time this way. Not bad. Next cycle. Let's check another cycle. You see, you can use this slide to emphasize these cycles, short-term cycles. Okay, and let's check this cycle. What is that? This is this cycle, this peak. It's close to kitchen inventory cycle, 40-month cycle. I will move mouse cursor to here, to peak, and make click. This cycle is here. This is 41-month cycles. You see most bars are red here, and this is good. We can check how this cycle worked in time. Here it is. Here it is. Let's conduct some historical analysis. Just a sec. You see, just a sec. We can increase sample size, this parameter, sample size, and see how kitchen inventory cycle, 42-month cycle, worked historically. Not bad, not bad. You see, sometimes it worked inverted way, but generally it works. Most bars are red here. So we will use this cycle. And now you see we have two cycles and cycles box, and here in the main screen we can see superposition based on these two cycles. Okay, next step, let's check another cycle. What is that? 27 days. You see, this cycle does not coincide with important fundamental cycle, and in walk forward analysis not good. You see half blue, half red bars. We will not use cycle, so I highlight it and remove it. And I will check this cycle. You see, this is 2-year cycle. 2-year cycle. I highlight this cycle, and no, I don't know. So let's check this cycle. Have this cycle, 2-year cycle, 732-day cycle worked historically. I click WFA button and increase sample size. Sample size. You see, it's actually sometimes this cycle works. So I need this cycle. So totally we have a projection line based on 3 cycles. Here in the main screen you can see how this projection line works, and we have forecast for sticky consumer price index based on 3 most important cycles. By the way, if you want to remove cycle, this cycle 732 days, so you can simply uncheck this option and you see projection line changes. So this is simplest analysis, simplest model for sticky consumer price index. Now I will do necessary clarifications regarding this model. You see, it will be about fundamental cycles, then I will show you a general interface, and then a very important tuning cycle. You see, I highlighted this red. It's a very important issue. So, about fundamental cycles. Fundamental cycles, this is actually not classical fundamentals with reports, with this, things like that. This is just my experience. I will show you. You see in timing solution, just a sec, I will open this spectrum viewer, and in spectrum viewer you can download collection of spectrums. Click this button, library, and library economical data. Crypto economical data sets, okay. Here it is, and you see programs, what it shows. It shows about 12 dozen different financial instruments, M2, GDP, capacity utilization. You see different economical data sets, and calculates periodogram for all these data sets. And you see this is a histogram. It shows what spectrums, what cycles appear more often. And you see 5.5 year cycle presents in all data sets, practically in all. M2 it's a little bit longer, but pretty close. So you see 5.5 year cycle. This is very important economical cycle. And I did research this cycle. This is half of sunspot activity cycle. This is cycle related with sunspot activity phenomena. Also, you see about this kitchen. You see there is peak here. So fundamental cycles. This is just my experience. I did a lot of calculated a lot of different spectrum. You can see it in time solution. There are many of them, and you will see that some cycles work more often than another. So we call these cycles fundamental cycles. Next, general interface. Let me show you timing solution. You see, firstly, pay attention to this panel. You see, when you open any, build any window in a timing solution, it shows a special panel for this window. It is here. So this panel for timing solution spectrum. You can minimize this window. So we do not need it now, and anytime when you want to display this window, just click this button. Here it is. Okay, minimize it and display it. Also, if you do not want to display this projection line, simply uncheck this option. So this is standard timing solution interface. Next feature. Pay attention, important parameter here, this panel. Look at this. Just check this option, panel. Here it is. And look at this, what we'll get. And we can see all these three cycles displayed together. I will not to display target here. I just display only cycles here. And you see I highlight first cycle, 5.3 year cycle, and you see this is how 5.3 year cycle works. You can see next cycle, 41 month cycle, it works this way, and 732 days cycle, 2 year cycle works this way. So you can see this cycle separately. Also pay attention, there is option here. You can increase this panel. Just slide use this light, and you see this panel is bigger now. Also, you see some users use this option, transparent. You see in option here, this option transparent, just click it and you see this window is transparent now. You see, you can see price chart here. Some users like it, actually I do not like it, but actually sometimes it's useful. So, this is options here. So, once again, you can display this panel or hide it. Next option, pay attention, you can display target and also pay attention to this feature, TS Wave. TS Wave, you see it displays projection line as a set of lines. It shows turning points, connects turning points. So this is TS Wave. What else? No, you can change the color of this line. For example, I make it green, lime, very bold. Okay, it is here. So this is standard interface. Now I will show you how to make tuning of our cycle. You see, this is actually very important procedure. Here we will use these parameters, FSM, overtones, and wave or wavelet. Let me download just a sec. So, this is our model for sticky consumer price index. And you see this cycle, 2-year cycle, it works so-so, because you see last 3 cycles, it's blue, it means that this cycle works inverted way. What we will do? We try to improve this cycle. I will do this. I will I lock this cycle. You see, I highlight this cycle and lock it. You see, it's locked now, and highlight this cycle, lock this cycle as well. And I will uncheck this cycle. So I have unchecked this cycle, so the program will not use these 2 cycles to calculate projection line. So this is actually a projection line based on only one cycle, only one 732 month cycle, days cycle. This is 2-year cycle. And now let's play with these parameters. Amount of overtones. Let's I will set 1 overtone. This is just sinus wave, nothing else. I will increase amount of overtones to 2. We have 1 overtones, so you see its shape changes, 3 overtones, and so on. And another parameter, FSM, forecast stock memory. This is very important parameter. Let me explain this parameter. For example, annual cycle. Annual cycle, period of annual cycle, 1 year. And the question is, how much price history we need to calculate annual cycle the best way. For example, we need to use only last 3 years price history or last 10 years price history or all available price history. Actually, it's unclear because annual cycles changes, and sometimes it's better to use not all available price history, but some amount years. It depends on cycle. So this is parameter FSM, how many cycles we use to calculate adjust projection line based on this cycle. For example, in this case, this is 2-year cycle. We use FSM 7. So to adjust this projection line here, we use 2 multiply 7 years. 7 full years. And when we change this parameter, you see projection line changes. And the most important, pay attention, walk forward analysis chart changes as well. So in this case, maybe you see playing with this parameter, we can improve this projection line. I will set it 1, it's not good, 2, 3, 4, or if I use set FSM to 0 in timing solution, if I use FSM 0, it means that we use all available price history to adjust this projection line. So once again, when you set FSM to 0, we use all available price history. This is important. And pay attention, when I set FSM to 0, projection line is better now. It's better now. It's for analysis, walk forward chart looks better now. And you can see how it looks, how it works historically. Yeah, it works. So now you see, by the way, program shows here FSM, all overtones 3, all information is here. And now I will lock this cycle as well. So its first cycle is locked, it will not change. And now I will include these cycles. So you see now these cycles included. So this is projection line with improved 2-year cycle. 2-year cycle. But you see, I would prefer to keep in mind 2 projection lines. And this projection line, when we use 2-year cycle and without this cycle, because you see last cycle it's blue, it works inverted way. So these 2 variants. Now I will show you how lock feature works. You see all cycles here are locked. You see clicking this button, where is it? Here it is. You can lock or unlock any cycle. And you see, while I change this parameter, FSM or overtones, nothing changes here. But if I unlock these cycles, unlock this cycle, unlock this cycle, you see, while I change this parameter, you see FSM, it changes for all unlocked cycles. So and the same for overtones. So if I cycles unlocked and I change these parameters, you see they highlighted. It's to me in this case all unlocked cycles will change. We'll change FSM for this cycle and amount of overtones. And one more feature I would like to show you. I will run one more spectrum module, and let's let's economical. I set FSM smaller, and I will check, choose for example 2-year cycle. Okay, 2-year cycle, here it is. And you see program by default, it displays it this way, it displays it as wave. By default displays as a wave. But if I display wavelet, it displays it this way. You see wavelet, this cycle restricted in time. Yeah, this cycle restricted by in this case 3 full cycles. 3 full cycles. And if I increase this feature, this parameter, I will use this option, transparency. And you see, while I increase FSM, it will be increased. So it will display it as wavelet. Display wavelet, it restricted by 5 full cycles. So for economical analysis, it's better apply this. Just a second. It's better use wave, not wavelet. But if we analyze stock market, it's better to analyze wavelet, because in stock market, in not economical, but stock market data like forex, stocks, indexes, whatever, futures, of course, usually cycles do not live a long period, and so it's better to analyze to display them as wavelet. So for economical data sets, better use wave. For stock market data, wavelet. I would like to show you one more techniques in TS spectrum model. This is committee. This is very interesting and very important procedure. I highly recommend it, especially for economical datasets. This technology technology came from neural net science, and let me show it. Look at this. This is forecast. Forecast I just made, forecast based on 3 cycles, forecast for sticky consumer price index. And you see, making forecast actually the biggest problem for me, and actually it's a really big problem, it's how to tune these cycles, how what parameters are best to get the best projection line. Parameters, I mean FSM and amount of overtones. You see, playing with these parameters, we will get different projection lines, and it's unclear what parameters are best. Optimization, actually, it's practically not working here. So what I recommend to do in this case? I recommend to click this button, and you see there are two variants, two different options: small committee and big committee. I run small one, and look at this. Now we have 3 different projection lines. You see, these projection lines are based on the same cycles. So to calculate all these projection lines, we used the same set of cycles, these cycles. But we changed the parameters here, amount of overtones and FSM. So we got 3 different projection lines. So based on the same 3 cycles, we calculated 3 different projection lines. So this is kind of 3 different scenarios based on the same cycles, 2 different trajectories, 2 different projection lines. So as you see, it looks like this projection line works. Let's look what is that. Just a sec, I will, here it is. Projection line committee, and this is a projection line, this is FSM 7, amount of overtones 2. Yeah, you see it's this one. So maybe FSM use FSM 7 amount of overtones 2, maybe it works the best way for sticky consumer price index. You see, this is forecast based on committee. So we have 3 different scenarios here. Very convenient, very useful procedure. To finish this section, let's shortly discuss resume about economical cycles. So steps here there. First step. First step. We need to normalize our data. We need to detrend it. We need to target, to set target. What we play, because we cannot apply a cyclical analysis directly for trending data. We need to handle this trend somehow. So in this case, we need to use this button. Here it is, and there are different options here. This picture. This text explains when we should apply different options here. So when the trending is done, next step we need to run permanent cycles or permanent cycles. You can use this, use this option, or you can use ready templates. So clicking this button, you will get different templates for economical cycles. If we have not enough price history, we better apply second options. So next step, third step, standard step, we pick up cycles one by one. We need to pick up the highest and most narrow cycles here. You see here there are 3 cycles, and also keep your eyes on this walk forward analysis chart. It should be max available, more red bars here. And the last step, we need tuning, playing with FSM and amount of overtones, or we can run simply committee. So here 4 steps to make forecast for economical data. Swing trading cycles. You see, we call swing trading cycles with period between 15 days and 2 years. So now I will do several definitions to understand what we will do. First definition, this is regarding swing trading cycles. This is early cyclical detection system. I will explain you how early cyclical detection system works. What is it and why do we need it? But before that, I will do one more definition. Cyclical swing trading system. You see, in technical analysis, they use swing trading system, but in time solution, we use a little bit different definition of cyclical and swing trading system. This is system that provides trading system with hold position between 1 week till several months. I believe no more than 6 months. While in a technical analysis, swing trading system, this is max holding position about between 1 month and 2 months. So in time solution swing trading system, this is kind of mix between classical technical analysis swing system and more like investing system with bigger forecast horizon till 6 months. So accordingly, to get these trades that provide this position, hold position between 1 week till 6 months, we need to apply cycles with this period since 15 days till 1 year, maybe 2 years. So I call these cycles between this in this span between 15 days 2 years swing cycles. And you see why I analyze this cycle special way. I will show you. You see, the major problem for swing cycles. This is lifetime expectancy for these cycles. And it will be one more definition. This is the last definition here. Don't worry. This is in time solution. We often use stock memory, SM. This is metric for measure cycles lifetime expectancy. Suppose we have, for example, 100 days cycle, and we know that SM, stock memory for this cycle, 7. It means that lifetime expectancy for this cycle, and this is 7 multiply 100, this is 700 days. So stock memory, this is lifetime expectancy measured in cycles period. We use this metric a lot in time solution in practically on all modules. So this is very important measure. Stock cycles life expectancy. So now I will show you the main chart to understand. This is periodogram, not periodogram, this is Wavelet. Wavelet calculated with using Wavelet Hunter module in time solution in Terra version. This model actually has been developed 2011, long time ago, but only now we are getting understanding how to use this model. You see, and this is this chart, Wavelet chart, shows how cycles work, how cycles appear, like here, leave. You see, this is bright zones. This is cycle is strong here, and disappear. It's, you see, this is lifetime. Life of cycle, how cycle lives. And so x-axis, this is time, y-axis, this is period. You see 15 days periods, 100 days period, and so on. And you see, we know that this cycle with period about I believe 140 days, live active since 2014, 15 till beginning of 2017. And you see this cycle with this period, stock memory for this cycle 5. You can count amount of waves in this within this period, and this is 5 years. This is very strong cycle. You see this spot, it's very bright. It means that cycle strong, but stock memory 6. Not so strong, stock memory 7, 4, 5 strong cycle, and this is a 240 or 250 cycle. This is actually fundamental cycles. This is long living cycles, and you see stock memory 14. So this cycle lives 13 periods. So what it means? It means that cycles do not live forever. They burn, they live, they die. And I will show you another chart. This is this is time in solution wavelets, sorry. But it display chart a different way. You see x-axis, this is period. X-axis period, it shows period. And y-axis, this is time, this is date. And you see these vertical stripes, they correspond the most important economical cycles. You see, this is green one. The period of this 3 years, between 3 and 4 years, I know that this is a kitchen inventory cycle. Now this period of the cycle, 41.75 months cycle. This is kitchen inventory cycle. And you see this cycle works practically, it works practically since 1830, but you see the period of the cycle changes. You see in 1830s it was a 35-month cycle, but since 1970, you see it's vertical. The period of the cycle practically did not change. So it means that since 1970, this cycle makes 17 periods. So it means that life expectancy of this cycle at least 17 periods. Since 1917, kitchen inventory cycle made 17 periods. But actually it's more, much more. Another, you see this is a line, vertical line. This is corresponds jugular economical cycle. The period of the cycle 9 something days cycle, 9 something years cycle. And you see the period of the cycle changes, but since 1850s, this cycle makes 18 periods. So you see life expectancy of jugular economical cycles is much more longer, 18 periods. So it means that economical cycles, they live much more longer, they are much more stable. The period of the cycle changes, it's okay, it's manageable, we can handle this. But these cycles lives long period. This is why to make forecasts based on economical cycles is much more easier than to build a swing trading system. So this is this way. I hope you understand now why economical cycles are easy for forecasting. They are much more stable. So now we'll do some counting. You see, fact number 1. We know that swing cycles live between 5 and 7 full periods. Life expectancy for swing cycles 5, 7. Good. Next fact 2. To reveal any cycle, we need at least 5 or 4 full periods. This is if we apply classical algorithm. This is fast Fourier, not fast Fourier. This is discrete Fourier transform. But I prefer to use another algorithm, Bartels-Tarasov. It provides much more clear spectrum. But we have this this cycle needs more price history, 5 full periods. But in any case, I prefer to use Bartels because it's better. It's much less noisy. So now we do final counting. We have cycles live 7 periods. We need 5 periods to recognize presence of some cycle. It means that for trading, we have only between 0 and 2 full periods. Typically, we have only 1 period. And you see, we are very squeezed in time. We need to have 5 periods to recognize presence of some cycle and 1 period to trade this cycle. This is why we need to apply early cyclical detection system for swing models. And now I will show you another example where early cyclical detection system will not help. This is Wavelet chart. Wavelet chart calculated for Bitcoin 1 hour chart, intraday chart. Here it is. And I calculated stock memory, life expectancy for cycles here. Typical cycles 5, 6, 5, 3, 5, 4, and so on. You see the cyclical time expectancy for intraday cycles, it's smaller. What it means, I call it shy cycles in intraday cycles, shy cycles. So typical life expectancy for Bitcoin intraday chart, that's about 5 cycles. So it means that we can see these cycles, we can reveal them using spectrum models, but we cannot use them for trading. These cycles are shy cycles. They disappear right after being detected. You see, the story is we simply have no, cycles do not live long enough to be used for trading. So now we will work with cycles that with early detection system models in time solution. We have 3 major models. Firstly, of course, this is Wavelet model. This is major models. Second, we apply temporary mode in time solution spectrum module, and there are 2 special templates to work with early with swing cycles. I will show you now step by step how to use these modules in time solution. Okay, let's start with Wavelet model. Actually, you see the theory here, it's much more complicated subject than a model itself, because a model is nothing difficult here. So this is Bitcoin. I have downloaded Bitcoin, and now I run Wavelet's Hunters model. Here it is, Intera section, Wavelet, cycles, Hunter. Okay, now simply do this. Simply click calculate button and wait. This model needs some time to calculate, so I recommend to run 8064 version. It works faster, but it works fast enough. Okay, you got periodogram, how cycles works. You see it displays it this way, it displays only last something, it seems to me 9 cycles. If you want to display whole chart, historical chart, use this option, algorithm use last all price history. If you click this option here, all price history, and click calculate, you will get pretty much the same period, the same Wavelet chart as you have seen before, minutes ago. Let's wait. You see, you will get this Wavelet chart. It shows the whole history of cycles for Bitcoin, how cycles live different periods of time. But you see, for our case, we do not need all price history. We need to make forecast for future. So I will switch again to analyze last 18 cycles. Last 18 cycles it analyzes, and click calculate again. So we will see only last 18 cycles, because for trading we need only last cycles. We do not need all available price history. So wait a bit, and we'll get Wavelet chart for Bitcoin. Okay. So as I explained before, the brightest zones correspond to the most important cycles. For example, this cycle lived, but it lived between, you see, while you move mouse cursor, it shows period here and it shows date here. So you see this cycle about 288 days, lived since 2017 till, I drag mouse cursor, till 2024 actually, 2024. Maybe the cycle still works. You see, this is cycle, and you see the program shows projection line based on this cycle, and this projection line adjusted using price history between these two anchors. You see, and you can look at this. You can make mouse click on this anchor and drag this. You see, you can now the program calculates projection line based on price history since this anchor till this anchor. You see the beauty of this model. You can drag this this projection line on Wavelet and see how this cycle works. And at the same time, you can see how this cycle works here in the main screen. I will display this this way. So this is a cycle with period 285 days cycle. And let's show how the cycle worked when it was strongest one. It works, yeah. Okay, I will remove. Yeah, this cycle. What else? You can increase amount of overtones for this cycle. You see. You can display target to understand how this cycle forecasts, how it coincides with price history. What else? But for our needs, we do not need cycles that worked good in past. We need cycles that work now. So let's check another cycles. Look at this. Now I will remove this cycle from cycles box. You can click highlight it and click delete button, minus button. But you can see it. You can do it easy. Look at this. I click mouse cursor on this anchor and drag it to here, and you see this garbage box left bottom garbage box. So done. So this cycle is removed. I will check another cycles. Let's do this. I will emphasize cycles with smaller period. Use this option here. This option, short plus. It shows emphasize short cycles. And you see, it seems to me there is spot, very hot spot here. And okay, I will check what is that. I will check, and this is, as you see, 84-day cycle. 84-day cycle, and look at this. There is one more option here. Look at this. While you move the mouse cursor, drag this anchor, the program displays this periodogram. This is periodogram calculated on this interval. So you see the peak here corresponds the exact period. So we need to align this is line with this peak. Or you can use another option. Oh, sorry, I will remove latest cycle. Or we have apply another option. You see, you can click this button, snap mode, and it automatically will catch this peak. You see, I will move it, and the program automatically. You see, it has found this coincide with this peak. Yeah, the program. Sorry. Okay. You see, a program automatically catch this peak. I will disable snap mode. So this is 43.31 day cycle, and here we can see how the cycle works, how the cycle worked before and what the cycle forecasts. And you see, maybe for our needs, we adjust our projection line, this price history from here till here. Maybe we need to concentrate on the latest available price history. So I will drag the mouse cursor to close to latest data, and we get this price history. This projection line uses only this piece of price history, last year price history. We can see how this cycle, 84 days cycle, worked last year. Here it is. This is a projection line, and this forecast. You can. I do not see any cycles here. Maybe I will emphasize long-term cycles, and we will see what works here. It seems to me this cycle still works, about 300 days cycle. Okay, I will do this. I will drag mouse cursor from here to here. Okay, and we have two cycles, 84 day cycle and 283 day cycles. And here we can see superposition based on these two cycles. Once again, you can remove any cycles very easy. Just drag this cycle to here. You see, this is actually this model works as a charting tool. You can drag these anchors, whatever you need. Very convenient model. So next model I want to show you. It seems to me everything is here, done, turns. Maximum skeleton. Maybe we do not need it. Just a second, I will check it. Maybe I will explain this feature later. Maybe it's not so important. One more feature. You see, grid I often use. I need to, if I need to calculate how long cycle lives, I just, you see, I have a grid. This I see can calculate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's maybe 6. You see. One grid, this is one period. So we can calculate it in backtesting mode, so everything works as usual. Now about another feature in timing solution. This is temporary cycles. But this is actually by default option. By default option, you see by default this is temporary Bartels, or you can switch to temporary cycles. Here it is this way. Bartels, Tarasov. Here it is second option. Just a sec. Bartels, Tarasov spectrum temporary cycles. But maybe to catch swing cycles, we need to decrease stock memory. Set it to 5, because if you set to 4, it will be too choppy. Set to 5, maybe even 6. And you see, I can see cycles about 1 year. I don't know. Walk forward efficiency not good. No, maybe cycle is not good. What about? I will ask program to find the most important cycle. For it has found 82 day cycles, and this is pretty much the same as we have found using Wavelet model. This is the same cycle. And one more feature. You see, there is feature that allows to catch cycles, swing cycles. Use this option. Here it is. Swing cycles, just I move to you should to see. Swing cycles Bartels. So program will calculate spectrum and reveal the most important cycles here. But I recommend to check the cycles by one here. So this cycle is good, but you see this is not quite tradable. It's 16 days, maybe it's too short. Check this cycle. Maybe this cycle is not good as well. Maybe I do not see any. Maybe this cycle. By the way, maybe this cycle works 87, but this is the same story. This is 84-day cycles. It's practically the same. Maybe this cycle, but this cycle is too long. Too long cycle. 600-day cycles. 600-day cycles. I don't know. It's too long. So this is what we have. Firstly, Wavelet, then time solution spectrum, and you can also play with templates. So that's it. Thank you. Notes about cyclical models for intraday chart. You see, I would like to tell you from very beginning that honestly, I do not have a good model for intraday chart. Good from my point of view, from mathematical point of view. But I have some experience. I know the models that the users use to make forecasts for intraday chart. Two notes. You see, working with intraday chart, you need to keep your eyes on two factors. First, intraday gaps. You see, and second one, potential inversion. I will show you. You see, I will just sec. This is chart. This is a chart euro. I have downloaded from Yahoo. 1 hour chart, 1 year euro USD chart, and you see here we have these gaps. This is weekly intraday chart. You see there are gaps for weekend, but between no weekend day there are no gaps. This is good chart. So if you download price history for intraday, better use price history with overnight data. You see, if you download from Yahoo, you need to set this option on pre-post market data. So, because in this case, effect of gaps will be less. So, this is euro chart. And let's do some analysis. You see, I put LBC here. And if I run spectrum module, run it standard way using Bartels time metric, you will get this. You see, this is a choppy chart. Actually, this is a choppy periodogram. Actually, this is not good. This is effect of gaps. So in this case, I recommend to switch to bar metric. Click calculate, and you see there are no. So this periodogram looks better. And now I run after selection, and you see I will get this cycle. But you see, for our case, these cycles are too long. You see, this is 200 hours cycles. This is almost 700 hours cycles. Not good. So what I recommend to do, I recommend to remove these cycles, clicking this button, and emphasize short-term cycles. Okay, I will do it. Okay, see, and click auto selection again. Okay, you see, program has found this is still long-term cycle. I do not need it. And maybe pay attention to this cycle, 26.6 hours cycle. This cycle, look at how this cycle works. Actually, it seems to me this cycle works not bad. Maybe at this cycle. Yeah. No. Better switch if you use here bar metric. Better switch here to bar metric as well. You see, it's easy to watch it. One more thing, maybe it makes sense to switch to wave, not wavelet, but wave. Okay, this projection line looks this way. Maybe not. Maybe we do not need this cycle. We'll maybe use this cycle, 26 days hours cycle. So this cycle works. But in any case, in a few days, you need to recalculate spectrum because you will get another cycles. So these cycles will not work forever. They work several days, and after that we need to recalculate everything and analyze another models. Another model I recommend you. This is turbo cycles model. Turbo cycles. Here it is. Yeah, and you see by default it displays this projection line, but you see there is option here that allows to optimize this cycle, this model for your financial instrument. You see in this tab optimization, click here and click optimize. So it optimizes very fast, about 1 minute, and we will get another projection line based on turbo cycles. But just once, okay, you see how this projection line looks. Actually, it seems to me looks not bad. But you see, sometimes we have some kind of inversion, because I told you that keep your eyes on inversion. In this case, you see there is this option that allows to display, to invert this chart. You see, this chart is inverted here. In this time interval, inverted chart work. Or we can display both inverted and normal charts. You see, it's up to you. Also, sometimes users use another feature here. You see, here it is, optimize on viewed interval. Click here, and now you see. Now we need to choose. Just a second, I will display a normal projection line, no inversion. And now I need to choose some interval. For example, I decided what for our financial instrument. Let's analyze price history since beginning of June till end of August, till today. I just highlight this interval. So you see, this is viewed interval. And this is just example. I know that users use this feature. And now I optimize, find the best model that provides the best projection line on this interval, on this viewed interval. Here it is. Click to optimize. It works very fast. And now I check all models one by one. But important factor, this is how to choose. This is interval, viewed interval. It's totally subjective. And now we check how this model works. You see, sometimes it works inverted way. We need to invert this model. Yeah. So this is another approach, and by the way, you see there are several models. Then Program Optimizer, it recommends several variants, and you can choose models one by one. Here it is. Yeah, there is one option here to find the best model. So this approach, this is Turbo Cycles model. Another approach, you see, sometimes users calculate predictable zones for intraday. There is special video on YouTube about that predictable zones for intraday chart. Please check it on YouTube. How it works, this is Qbox model, and I've opened here, there is a library of models. Click this button here, and there is weekly cycles for intraday model, for intraday chart. So this is a weekly chart, and now I click calculate. So the program will find predictable zones based on weekly chart. The most typical weekly pattern for this financial instrument for euro. You see it goes up, and this period it goes down. So this is one more approach, and another approach I recommend to check our YouTube video. Just a second, I will show you just a second. Look at this on our YouTube. Timing Solution Digest number 35. Building Moon Intraday model from Jerry Nevis. This is very good model as well. So this is what we have about intraday. Actually, there are much more models, but I emphasized the most important ones from my point of view, of course. And the last thing I would like to show you, and this is notes about inverted cycles. And this, you see, this is very, very experimental techniques. It has been developed in 2015, but this subject needs a lot of research. I will show you example. You see, as an example, I will use the same price chart for 1 hour chart for euro. Use there. And now, let's do. And now I run spectrum model, and there is a special model that allows special algorithm that allows to reveal inverted cycles. This is Q spectrum algorithm. This last one, Q spectrum. And you see, I calculated. And you see, look at this periodogram here looks this way. We have positive peaks and we have negative peaks. Positive peaks, this is normal cycles, non-inverted, and negative, this is cycles that work inverted way. By the way, pay attention to these digits. It shows that 54% this is negative cycles. It means that more than half of cyclical energy is concentrated in inverted cycles. This is why very important to work with inverted cycles, because there are a lot of energy there. So, how it works? Works exactly the same. We can pick up a normal cycle, this one, and delete the cycle. And we can pick up inverted cycle, this one. And now, look how this inverted cycle works. You see, here, this cycle works inverted way. But here it works normal way. So this is very tricky cycle. Sometimes it works normal way, sometimes it works inverted way. You see how to handle inversion. If you want to invert this projection line, use in options here, process inversions. We can invert projection line after LBC only, you see. This chart is inverted after LBC. But after that, we can, this chart may be always inverted, you see. It shows always inverted price chart. You see it goes well, good, but not good here. But I will display it standard way. I simply need to remember that this projection line can work inverted way. So look at this here. This projection line works normal way, inverted way, sorry. Here it is. Here it looks like it works normal way, and going further, it's normal. And after that, I recommend to recalculate, because these cycles do not live forever. So this is a short explanation about inverted cycles in timing solution. This is Q-spectrum module. There are many articles about that subject on our website. This is just short notes how to use them. So that's it. Thank you.